Well, it could have gone on longer, but alright. Welcome back to Commentary. I am Ari, and we are playing The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, second chapter today. Alright, I need to tell you guys something. Honestly, Trails in the Sky, the first game, this is the second game, is one of the best RPGs I've ever played. Hands down. That being said, I always wanted to play the second game. I also have somebody in my viewer base that's been waiting for years for me to cover it. I streamed the first game, they played it too, but it's more fun to experience it together. So here I am, playing the second game and recording it. And we're gonna move on to other games in the Legend of Heroes slash Trails franchise, definitely. Okay, because this is a bit complicated, I'm gonna try to cut in a section where I explain the franchise a little bit so we know where we are. Hi, Editor Ari here. I'm going to take you on a little excursion for a minute or two. Actually, it's gonna take much longer in the end, but who cares? The Legend of Heroes is a Japanese series of role-playing games developed by Nihon Falcom. It started in 1998, but it's known for the games published after 2004, so I'm going to omit the Dragon Slayer and Gagharv series. Now, to understand why I thought this little briefing is necessary, I'm going to show you the world of the game. It's a continent named Zemuria, and on Zemuria there's multiple countries of varying sizes, technological advancements, and social systems. Pretty much each of the game's arcs plays in one of these countries, though sometimes they cross borders for a bit. But other games do this too, franchises like The Elder Scrolls and whatnot. So how is this important enough to make a whole explanatory section? Well, the following 12 plus games all take place within the span of just 7 years, give or take. There's not like 10, 50 or even 1,000 years in between the games to form gaps through which errors in continuity can be explained. No, this series is here for the masterclass. And this alone is crazy from a storytelling point, especially with all the politics the game slaps around in the background. This franchise handles it extremely well to be so complex, not forgetting about minor characters, details, or even rumors. But for new viewers, and for myself too, honestly, I wanted to give us a bit of a structure. So I'm gonna explain, without spoiling, when which game and arc is taking place and where. And I hope we'll eventually cover them all on this channel. And there's always hoping. Leave a like if you want it to happen. Every game I name starts with The Legend of Heroes, but because that makes the titles really long, I'm going to drop that part. So the first arc in the franchise and the chronological beginning starts with Trails in the Sky, first chapter. It is followed by the game Trails in the Sky, second chapter, and finalized with Trails in the Sky, the third. Yes, that is the actual title. The Trails in the Sky arc plays in the kingdom of Liberl, and follows mainly Estelle and Joshua on their journey through the ranks of the Bracer Guild. Bracers do basically everything from small odd jobs to hunting dangerous monsters, or even prevent a political coup. The third game does follow former side characters, so there's a switch there, but because of the location this arc is called the Liberl Arc. Now, right after the Liberl Arc, our attention moves to Crossbell, where a whole new cast of characters, this time not bracers but policemen of a special task force, is going through the Crossbell arc. This one is a duology, meaning we only have two games, Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure. To make things more difficult, another arc is playing at the very same time as the Crossbell arc, namely the Cold Steel arc. This is the longest one, and it includes the following games: Trails of Cold Steel 1, Trails of Cold Steel 2, Trails of Cold Steel 3, and Trails of Cold Steel 4. The Cold Steel arc plays in the Empire of Erebonia, again with a new cast, this time at an academy called Thor's Military Academy. After this we have Trails of Reverie, which works a bit like Third in the sense that it steps out of line to tie things up. Apparently we play as both Lloyd from Crossbell but also Rian from Cold Steel or something? I don't know yet. I barely played the first game, Though Cold Steel is grinning at me very seductively once in a while. I don't know when you will be watching this, but back when I recorded this segment, which I am probably gonna reuse, Trail Through Daybreak was just announced for localization 1 month ago. So, yeah. The next arc seems to play in the Republic of Calvard. Honestly, I've hoped since 2018 that we would see them, and that's like 5 years ago. So far we have 2 games in this arc in Japan, and rumors are that these ones are supposed to be, and I quote, the beginning of the second half of the Trails series. And if that is true, that sounds awesome. Keep it coming. Now, back to present day Ari, editor Ari out. Alright, I hope you know where we are now, what this game is. I'm just gonna add to that, I might have already touched on it, but these games are all connected. They're kind of playing at the same time, and the setting is really good. I hope I already talked about it, but it's kind of like an industrial revolution with magic, and it's really, really fast. So this industrial revolution happens over a few years, and yeah, we're just in it. Anyway, let's start this game. I have to confess, I already started this game once. I played like, I don't know, a few chapters in, but then I stopped because these games are so big. I need like kind of guidance. I looked up stuff online and I just didn't find anything, so I stopped. I hope I will find enough this time to get through the game. 100% completion rate. We will see if I can manage. I did manage in the first game. Would like to do it here too. But that's all that we have to talk about before starting. I will try to fill you guys in. Um, actually, let's do another segment about the first game, and I'm just gonna tell you real quick what the premise was, and maybe also post a few links in the description. And we are back to Editor Ari. I am gonna try to sum up everything that happened in first chapter. I tried to look stuff up, but if you want a more detailed summary, I am going to link 3 in the description for you. The first one is only 2 minutes long. It's the whole Liberl Arc in 5 minutes, so don't watch the whole length, only to the second minute, or you're going to spoil this Let's Play for yourself. The second link goes to a video that's about half an hour long, and the last one is about an hour but split into 2 videos, which covers just about every detail of the first chapter game. Anyway, let's continue, and I'm gonna try to make this short. So, as I already explained, we are in the first arc of the franchise, which is the Liberl Arc. There we follow Estelle and Joshua. In the first game, Estelle lives with her father, Cassius. One day, he brings back a wounded boy called Joshua from a mission. They nurture his grumpy ass back to health, and over time, he's adopted into their family. Once Estelle and Joshua are old enough, meaning 16, their training is far enough so they can take the test to become bracers at the local guild. Their mentor is a woman named Sherazade, and she explains to them, and thus the player, that the kingdom of Liberl was invaded 10 years ago by the Erebonian Empire, but even though Liberl is small compared to them, Liberl is leading in technological advancements, mainly connected to orbments. This allowed them to fend the invaders off. Speaking of which, let's talk about the technological revolution that I mentioned a minute ago, also called the Orbital Revolution. It was brought on by Professor Epstein. Orbments are mechanical devices that can be fitted with quartz, which enhance physical abilities and use orbital energy for varying purposes. They can pretty much do whatever, from being used in heaters to lights, and even enhance weapons and armor. If the quartz that go into the orbment are aligned correctly, they allow their wearer not only physical enhancements, but also so-called arts, which are powers not unlike magic spells. About 40 years ago, Professor Russell brought the knowledge of orbments from Epstein to Liberl, turning it into an avant-garde nation regarding this technology. Okay, let's go back to the story. So, Estelle and Joshua go take the test and become junior bracers, which means they are kind of bracers in training. To become fully fledged bracers, they need to go to each region in Liberl and gain their recognition by doing jobs for them. On their adventures, they come across multiple weird occurrences. The first one is a job which leads them to an abandoned ancient tower of sorts. It looks more like advanced tech, let alone for 500 years. Though apparently these towers are as old as Liberl and can be found in each region, they are abandoned and monster infested. On the top of the tower, they run into an archaeologist called Professor Alba and a strange device. From this suspicious man, they hear that about 1,200 years ago, an ancient race existed called the Septarians. And one of these people, called Ariel, is supposedly sleeping somewhere in Liberl? Huh? Well, whatever, we have jobs to do. Next, the mayor gets robbed of a Seption crystal, meant as a gift to the queen for her upcoming birthday. Our duo, plus Shara, track down the crystal to a trio of bandits called the Kapur family. They get the crystal, but the Kapur escape. I just skip over most of the shenanigans with the Kapur, but they terrorize the region for a bit, while the military seemingly cannot get a hold on them, which turns out to be because of a spy in their ranks. On the way, they meet a random traveler that conveniently knows too much and who has a very extroverted personality called Oliver. Turns out this guy wants to talk to Cassius, our dad. Sadly, we don't know where he is either. His aircraft was just kidnapped by Kapur. Psych, he wasn't on the ship. Got you there, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Oliver is also kind of a spy for another nation, so there's that. Anyway, the Kapur are gone. I forgot to mention we briefly went to prison, but who cares about details? This is long enough. With no news from Dad, we open his correspondence and find an artifact. Taking it with us, we meet a girl that is pretty, nice, and capable, called Chloe. We also meet another bracer called Agathe that is just the last of those things. Well, okay, he's handsome, but Joshua is the best. Let's fast forward. Burned down orphanage, corrupt mayor and the heist after a ship with a Gatling gun. Ah, yes, I should probably mention that Mayor Dalmore used a strange artifact to freeze us in place and then tries to shoot us with a gun. But the artifact of our dad saves us by cancelling the effect just in time. So, off to look into the artifact. We meet Tifa and Russell. Yes, the same Russell as I mentioned about the Orbmans. Tifa is his engineer grandkid with a Gatling gun. But even Russell doesn't know what the artifact is. After getting a tip from the sus Professor Alba about Men in Black at another tower, we rush to confront them. They've been at multiple locations, and every time people act weirdly and mostly violent or cruel, just to later wake up and don't remember any of it. Very strange. Of course, the black man escaped, as always. We meet Zane, a bracer from the neighboring republic of Calvard, and then we go through a legal loophole and go break into a military base. Yep, turns out the artifact, called the Black Orbment, is called Gospel, and Colonel Richard wants to have it, even imprisoning General Morgan, the leader of the army, somehow? Of course, now we need to tell the Queen everything. We just need to win a fighting tournament to do that. Checks out. We also discover that our dad knew Colonel Richard, and we already found out that our dad was a high-ranking bracer and worked for the military before, all of which he never talked about. But the most important thing, Joshua promises to tell Estelle all that he remembers about his past when this is over. He remembered some stuff along the way and was acting a bit shifty, seemingly connected to some bad people, even though he is the nicest and most caring person ever to Estelle. So this is on the top of my wish list. Anyway, we win the tournament and the Queen will abdicate, says Colonel Richard. What? You son of a... We sneak into the heart of the palace to meet the Queen ourselves and find out that our dad Cassius was the general that fended off the Erebonian Empire and the Queen know him personally? Why did no one ever tell us? Anyway, Estelle also lost her mom in the war, and that's why Cassius left the military becoming a bracer. Interesting. We go on a rescue mission to save the crown, teaming up with the royal guards to push back the military coup, and, surprise, Princess Claudia, who's supposed to get the crown after the queen's abdication, turns out to be our friend Chloe. The team then splits up to rescue the queen, who's also a hostage. Lieutenant Lawrence, who has the queen as his hostage, reveals he's been stalking us, kind of, and defeats Shara, Estelle, and Chloe, but still gives up on the queen? Right after his escape, Team Joshua runs in, and they decide to follow Lieutenant Lawrence's words and hurry below the castle into the ancient ruins because Colonel Richard is trying to steal the shining ring called the Aureole down there. Oh, you thought I randomly mentioned that rumor before, huh? No. Colonel Richard does his evil but for good reasons speech and is defeated with his ancient robomech thingy. In the process, the seal on the aureole is apparently shattered, and Colonel Richard turns out to also be brainwashed and kind of innocent. Man, we never get a break in this game. Estelle tries to confess her love to Joshua after she has realized her feelings during this journey, but fails at the task and runs off. After which the sus Professor Alba shows up. Joshua confronts him of being the sussest dude around, being in all the places where they encountered brainwashing and men in black, and being in places he shouldn't be able to get to as a civilian. Alba agrees. With a snap of his finger, Alba returns all of Joshua's lost memories. While Joshua is stunned by all of it rushing back, Alba, who turned out to be actually a guy called Professor Weissman the Faceless, takes pleasure in telling Joshua adopted bride that he's actually Joshua Astray, an enforcer called the Black Fang of Legion 13. And Weissman's plan, opening the seal on the aureole, worked as intended. Because Joshua has been unknowingly spying for him for the whole time. He's a freaking sleeper agent. Weissman made Joshua a kid assassin, tasked to kill Cassius Bright, but failing. Joshua is now released of his spy duties and can go back to his normal life, or rejoin the organization Ouroboros if he can't with this knowledge. Well, I mean, Weissman does not laugh, but he very much might have at this point. That night, Estelle finds Joshua in the palace gardens, ready to confess this time. And he is ready too. He tells her about his tragic past and Cassius' mercy in adopting him knowingly. Despite all of this, Estelle accepts Joshua and tries to talk him out of his guilt and feelings of disillusion about having a normal life. She wants him to stay, and finally confesses her love to him. And as an answer, Joshua kisses her. To push a sedative into her mouth. Yep, didn't think this was a happy ending, did ya? Anyway, Joshua does not want Estelle to find out about the true depths of his ugly true nature and how far he is now willing to go with his new plans, so he cannot stay. So as an answer to her confession, he confesses his love to her too, accepting and reciprocating her feelings, but also saying goodbye. When Estelle wakes up in his room, Joshua's harmonica lies near her, its beloved owner long gone. Man, what a sob story. I was so angry at Joshua, but now I'm just sad. Let's go back to the past Ari, who is still angry at Joshua for leaving. Alright, if you didn't want to see all of this, I hope you skipped it, but let's start the game finally. A normal average difficulty for those wanting a little challenge, easy, normal, hard, nightmare, oh my. Do I have, actually let me check, what did I do last time? I can see, can I? Well, damn. I have to check if I need any of these for achievements, so I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. There's no achievement for difficulty, so we're just gonna go with normal as most of the time. Anyway. Wait, did it just say that's a bit harder than normal difficulty? Wait, whatever. I didn't read the blurb. Trails in the sky, save data found. Load data. Yes. Wait, what? Oh, I'm loading my old saves or something. So I guess the last one then. So this is when I finished the game. This is apparently the first game. And I finished that in 2018. Interesting. At 12. Okay, after nearly 70 hours. Anyway, let's start. I think we get some bonus items if we do this, so let's do that. Estelle. So bright. That felt good. I haven't slept like that since... Huh? Oh, right. We stayed in the castle last night. Joshua, that's his name, I forgot it. Joshua and I were out enjoying the celebrations when we had some ice cream on the way home. Then we all went to the dinner party. And then? Then he became a total douchebag. I'm still mad about it. It's 5 years ago and I'm still mad about him. I mean, I know he has his reasons. I know he will come around eventually. But still, I'm mad. I'm starting this playthrough off mad. And that's how good the story of the first game is. That I'm still mad 5 years later. No. This is Joshua's room. But I was staying in the same room as Shara. Was that not a dream? What? Joshua? Yeah, he's long gone, girl. He's long gone. That's Shara. I think. Yeah, it should be Shara. Yeah, Charizard. Aha! Good morning, sleepyhead. You took your sweet time waking up. Shara? Really, warn me next time you aren't going to come back for the evening. I was getting a bit worried. Although, it looks to me like you and Joshua managed to talk about quite a bit. Shara, where's Joshua? What? Where's... I'm looking for Joshua. Shara, have you seen him? This is important. I haven't seen him this morning yet, no? But weren't you tired yesterday and stayed over in his room? He wasn't there when you woke up? What? What? Who did you hear that from? From Cassius, but why does that... From Dad? Okay, where's Dad then? Well, last I saw, he was heading up toward the Green Terrace. Terrace, sorry. But now, who? The Green Terrace. Thanks, goodbye. Wait, Estelle, wait. What on earth has gotten into her? Oh goddess. The lovers reversed. So she, okay, I didn't remember that she plays, yeah, that she plays tarot. Oh, okay, so I can now move. Alright, let's check up on Dad and Joshua. I think they're on the left side, but I'm not sure. Where's Dad? I have no idea where I'm going. Probably up here. I think it was kind of around... Nope. Around this area where Joshua dumped me. Okay, it's not here. I have no idea. Wait, does the map say... Okay, doesn't give me a hint where to go. Alright, well, I guess I'm just gonna go up here then. Shara said Dad went to the garden terrace. I have to find it. Well, where is it though? Where is it? Oh wait. Ah, okay, I found it. Estelle. Dad? What? We have a problem. I know. Joshua is gone. What? How do you know about that? After getting back from the meeting last night, I found you asleep in one of our beds. He left a note on the nightstand as well. Between the two, I have a fairly good idea of what must have happened. Then, what the heck are you just standing around here for? We need to find Joshua as fast before... Stop, Estelle. What? If he has truly gone to ground, even I have little hope of actually finding him. His skills are almost superhuman. I mean that's true, but I did not expect that sentence right now. When we fought 5 years ago, I was nearly killed by an 11-year-old. Huh? Okay, I only asked this once before, a long time ago, but... Who is Joshua exactly? Why did you bring him into our home? Great answer, Dad. The Society of Ouroboros. Your answer begins there, with an organization few even know exists. They are an organization that seeks to manipulate the world from the shadows, led by a leader called the Grand Master, because he's not that original actually. Joshua was in their employ as an assassin when I first met him. I thought I'm home because... Wait, I brought him home because it was the only chance to live free of them. Ouroboros? Even the Bracer Guild knows very little about them, and only top bracers even learn of their existence. Given that, the response of the public to the idea of Ouroboros' existence would be either panic or skepticism. We don't acknowledge them publicly. But they exist. There's no question of that, and they've had plans in motion for years. The recent coup is just one example of their machinations. Wait, you mean Lieutenant Lawrence? He was... Yes, we have absolutely no doubt. He was another senior agent from the Society. I wish I could remember the plot right now. I mean, I knew that there was some kind of organization, but I have no idea what they did in the first game right now. I hope I'm gonna remember soon. Of course, we doubt he was acting as a lone wolf. He must have had support to accomplish what he did. Support like Joshua, for example. Wait, what? What the heck do you mean? He stated as much in his note. Over the past 5 years, Joshua has been passing along guild secrets to Ouroboros. Oh, the mother... Are you for real? He did? Oh, I'm gonna chop off his head. He claims that he was under the influence of some sort of mental control, and he didn't even realize what he was doing himself. No, I won't. He would never. Ouroboros' cunning is matched only by their malevolence. Stay away from them, Estelle. They're far too dangerous. Oh, okay, I don't quite get all of this, but I just wanted to make sure I'm hearing this right. You're saying we should abandon Joshua? Well... Dad, answer the question! I always knew this day would come. Even 5 years ago, when I took him in, I knew we would someday reach this moment. He swore something to me that first day he actually accepted he could be part of our home. What did he... The moment he became a burden or a threat to us. The moment society contacted him or pursued him in any fashion, he would disappear from our lives, like a shadow dispelled by the sun, he told me once. What? What's that supposed to... Estelle, I understand how you feel. He was part of our family. It isn't easy to just say goodbye so suddenly. But there are some lines which a man can never bring himself to cross. Ever. So please, try to understand what Josh...
You knew?
Huh?
You knew that Joshua might leave us someday, and you never said anything to me or did anything about it? You knew, and you didn't.
I'm sorry.
I hate you!
That's a normal reaction, I would say. Cassius. Shara. I'm sorry you had to see that.
No, it's...
Why do I get the feeling you're biting back a lecture? I stumbled into your life from a disaster of my own. You saved me, just as you did Joshua. I understand that both you and Joshua must be thinking. Indeed. If I may make a single comment, though, from a woman's perspective? Of course. At this point, you and Joshua are, essentially, the two most wretchedly miserable sons of dogs I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. Great said. Great words.
No, just no way. Joshua wouldn't run away.
Whoa, you okay, miss? What are you doing without an umbrella? You'll get soaked if you remain out in this mess. You should head home.
Home? Home. Yeah, you're right. I should head home. Joshua must have headed home. He probably ran.
Oh my god, I can't talk.
He probably went right back home. Thanks, Mr. Guard. I'll head home straight away.
That was odd. What was that all about? I swear I've seen her somewhere. Wait, isn't that the girl who helped stop the coup? Trails in the Sky, 2nd chapter. Do I have to fix something? I think so, yeah, I did. Who's talking right now? I think it's Joshua, actually. Isn't it? My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes, I think it would have been better if we had never met. Elena Celica, alright. Wait, Celica? Isn't that like a Fire Emblem character?
I heard Joshua. He wishes he'd never met me. He said that. I...
No! What the frick? What's going on over there?
Huh?
Come on now, look at this clear blue sky. Insensitive Jerk is his name. That's nice. I like that. Feel the gentle kiss of the wind on your cheek. A lovely girl like you ain't allowed to be sad on a gorgeous day like this. It's said in Daditos too, you know. Hey, wait a sec. I'm not dangerous. Well, okay, maybe I came across as... Anyway, it just caught my eye in the moment you came aboard, you see. You seemed a little broken up over something, so I thought to myself, hey! I put a little smile on her face with my overpowering charm. I don't quite get what you mean, but thanks, I guess? To be honest, this is what we usually call a putting on the move. So how about it? Want to head down? I think you're a bit too old for me, mister. Want to head down to the lower observation deck? You can get drinks down there too. I'd be happy to treat a new friend. What do you say? Well, I appreciate the offer, but I'm kind of underage. I'm not really in the mood. Sorry, can you just... I need to cry. I think I see how this is. Alright then, time to knock it off with, the come-ons and put on the work face, huh? After all, it's my job to guide lost lambs like, oh, he's a pastor. I forgot he's a pastor. Your job? Hey, darn it, look at this! The previously insensitive jerk, I mean, he still is, but yeah, held forth a medallion with a callus engraved in the center. Alright. Isn't that the seal of the Septian Church? Bingo bongo, this is the Grey Emblem. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Kevin Graham. Looks and moves aside, I really am a priest of the Septian Church. Not sure what that says about them though. Wow. Wait, for real? Or is this another joke? Oh, why do you have to doubt my skill? I'm a serious, devoted priest, you know. I never miss the trinary prayers, and I always have my testaments right at hand. I think I left them on my seat, sorry. Yeah, that really doesn't help your case here. Well, you're really kind of a weirdo, father. Laughter, victory is mine. That's more like it. Cute girls like you deserve to smile. Anyway, if you want, I'll give you an year of my official priestly capacity. That sounds way too wrong. No pickup lines, I promise. Adidas might me that otherwise. Okay. But where do I even... Wait, hold on. I don't know what it is, but I'm sorry anyway. It's my... Okay, I'm not gonna cry, but she's crying. Great goddess. Steady there, child. You've been keeping this bottled up for ages, haven't ya? My shoulder is yours. Come on, cry it all out. I'm here. Aww, poor girl. At least now he's decent. I'm not gonna forget that he tried to hit on me though. Kevin, right? I'm sorry. That was pathetic of me. Hey, no big. Seriously, my shoulder's always got room for a girl to cry on. So, how about it? Feel a little better now? Yeah, a little. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a member of the Bracer Guild. Estelle, huh? Dang, even your name is cute. Hang on, you said the Bracer Guild? Yeah, I'm a newly minted senior bracer. Might be hard to believe after seeing me break down like that though. No, not at all. Now that you mention it, you kinda look loaded for a beer. Bear, sorry. You a martial artist of some kind? I guess you could call me that. I focus on staff combat. Though, you said you're a priest, Kevin? I do appreciate the shoulder, but I gotta admit, you don't look much like any priest I know, or would trust, usually. Ah, cousin to the chest, madam. Well, I admit that as wandering priest, are sheep of a different color. Wondering what now? Well, okay. You know how there's villages and farms and whatnot without churches, right? My order heads to such places at set times for each year and offers church services and teaches Sunday school. Think of it as home delivery churching or something like that. Huh, I never knew there were priests like that, but it does make a lot of sense. Unlike church-bound priests, there's a lot of us who are more carefree about dress code. The church just kind of lets us do our thing, so... Oh well, fair enough, I guess. So, Kevin, I guess you're off to some village somewhere? Nah, not immediately. I actually only just arrived in Liberl, you see. That's, I think, the country we are in right now. The high seat dispatched me here since, apparently, there's not enough wandering priests around right now. Oh, really? Okay, then. The high seat. They mentioned that in Sunday school, but I don't remember where. It's in the holy city of Arteria, in the middle of the continent. Of course it's in the middle of the continent. Where else would it be? Anyway, I figured I'd do a bit of sightseeing before I went and reported my assignment to the Bishop of Granzel Cathedral. And, well, here I am. That seems just a bit of irresponsible to me. You really are kind of a half-baked priest, aren't you? Hey, it's cool. I'm checking out the places I've been wandering in advance. Besides, I got to meet a troubled and lovely young woman. And this is surely a blessing from Adidas, praise be her name. Yeah, smooth recovery there. But really, thank you. Either way. Letting it all out helped clear my head a bit, I think. Seriously, I'm being a ninny. I should trust Joshua. He won't do anything stupid. Who? Oh, Joshua is my brother. Sort of. In a sense. He disappeared suddenly, which has been a bit of a shock. Disappeared, huh? You mean he ran away from home? No. He just went back home ahead of the rest of us. Oh, she's gaslighting herself now. I mean, he's family. He won't just run off on his own. I see. Yeah, he can see how lost she is. Really though, what was I thinking? Worst mistake ever, telling him how I felt, especially at that moment. Next time I see him, I'll have to make up some kind of excuse about that. Hey, Estelle. Huh? Well, like I was saying, I'm basically just a tourist without a plan or a clue right now, so how's about I land with you and Roland and make sure you get home safely? What? I mean, actually, he's being decent right now. This was not a move. He could see that she's completely traumatized. Or not traumatized, but she's not alright right now. I like that they actually showed that with him actually like suddenly being serious and then going back into his funny character just to like not make her aware of it. That was like, this game is so well written. Just like the first game. Ah, smell that fresh air. So this is Roland, huh? Gotta admit though, it feels a bit like a backwater farming village with an airship dropped on it. I mean, that's not wrong. Well, excuse the heck out of us for living in the boonies. At least, we're big enough to have our own church, Mr. Totally pretending to be a holy man. Oh, I'd better go pay my respects over there then, once we're done. Now, Estelle, which one of these fine boony checks is yours? setting the boonie shakes a bit aside, you really don't need to escort me home, you know? It's just outside of town, and crying fits aside, I really am a bracer. I can take care of myself. Nah, don't worry about it. It's a duty of us real manly men to make sure a lady gets home safe. Besides, I'm looking forward to meeting this boyfriend of yours. Boyfriend? It's not the term I think I'd use, maybe. But fair enough. I guess I'll fix you some tea or something when we get there. And I get free tea out of the deal. Victory again! Well, the way. Alright, so now we're 2 people. How are you doing, sir? And that's the cool thing, like, most of them have names, and they all say things, and it progresses through the story, like, they change, like, technically you can change you can talk to the same NPC, and their life changes throughout the story, right? Anyway, Skip says, the capital-bound Linda is arriving next. Okay. I need to keep things maintained so there's no accidents. Alright, I'm gonna let you work. 90 points, 70, okay. Today's been sweet. What are you talking about? Oh, chestnut hair and twin tails, brown eyes that are almost red like flame. Healthy proportions, but lacking in Is he rating me right now? I have to give this one 82 points. Please explain to me in detail exactly how I am 82 points. I want justification for the beatings. Well, now that I look, it's you, Estelle. Hey, been a while. You're the same as always, Ellen. Alright. That just happened. Okay, I have no idea where to go. I'm just gonna talk to everybody, kind of. Estelle?
You're back, you're back. Welcome back.
Hi, Pat. Yeah, I'm back.
Luke heard about what you guys did and
He has really started practicing with his sword.
he keeps saying he'll absolutely become stronger than you, Estelle.
Is this you?
Whoa! Estelle's back.
Hey, Luke. You sound like you're doing okay.
Meeting me here shall be your end. Now I shall show you the results of days of training. Estelle Bright, it's time for the reckoning.
Time for the what?
A duel, Just gonna tell you now, I'm the bestest fighter of all of Roland now, so come on, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that later.
Huh? What the crap? What kind of bracer backs down from a total awesome challenge like that? Hey, are you okay, sir? You seem kinda... I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as always. I just need to go do something.
Yeah, she's not okay.
I'm about to head off to cut some lumber. Alright, I don't really care. Alright, yeah, you're a woodsman. Congrats. Where do I go? I think I just live down the street, right? Don't I? I think that's the way home. I hope it is. But I'm actually not sure. City of Roland, that's where we live. Right family house. Oh, am I good or am I good? Like, I picked the right exit right away. Huh. So this is your place, Estelle? It's got a... how do I put this? A warm, homely feel to it. Huh, I know. This place holds a lot of memories. For me, for Dad, and for Joshua too. And so I can see. And you think Joshua is going to be just inside, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Come on in, I'll introduce you to him. He'll like you, I think.
Yeah, he's like,
Man, who is this guy? The number he's done on her.
well, let's get this over with. Adidas, give her strength.
Joshua, I'm home. You're back, right? That's weird. I'm sure he must be here. Ah, maybe he's in that study.
Nope.
Joshua?
She's looking all over for him.
Oh wait, duh. It's possible he's in my room looking for something, right? Did I leave some underwear or something laying around? My room's clean at least. Though Joshua probably wouldn't care about a few panties here and there. So... Oh, she's not running anymore. She doesn't want to check, because this is real as soon as she sees it. Joshua, I'm coming in, okay? Oh. Of course. Makes sense. I'm such an idiot.
So, your boyfriend's not here, huh? Or, hey, maybe we've missed him. He came back, then headed out to town for a bit, and we passed each other without realizing.
No.
You've accepted it then?
Really, I knew, somewhere deep down, I knew he'd really left. There was no way he'd come back home for any longer than a few moments.
Right.
But this room was it. It was my last hope. I have no idea where else he could be. At all. So, this is the end. I never see Joshua again. Ever.
Ain't it a bit early to be giving up that easily?
Huh?
In the end, the only one who knows whether we're destined to meet someone again, here or beyond, is Adidas herself. Just because you think fate's against you is no reason to give up. The question then, Estelle, is this. What do you think you can do about it?
But I don't have any leads to follow.
No leads at all? Are you sure? I don't know your boyfriend, of course, but nobody I know would disappear without some reason.
What are you...
Was there anything weird in how he talked or acted towards you recently? Or maybe something strange had been happening with him lately. Something only you, who've been with him so long, could pick up on.
Hey! Yeah, of course. Joshua started acting weird right after I got back to that spot where we were resting. What the... Why is my head fuzzy? Why can't I remember who I met along the way? I did meet someone.
Hey, you okay? You went white as a sheet there.
Yeah, I think so. Now I get it. Joshua went off to stop the foul magician. If the person I met then was that magician, and that person was the one actually behind the coup and Colonel Richard's memory trouble, then that magician must still be planning something else in Liberl. But that means, if I can stop him as a bracer, maybe, just maybe.
So, you've realized what's going on. How did you come here if you weren't on the ship that we were on? That's kind of fishy. Anyway, questionable traveling means aside.
Dad? Shara? Why are you here?
Sorry, Estelle. When we touched down, I took the liberty of contacting the guild's Gransil branch on the sly. How? I don't remember if they have phones. I mean, maybe they have. I don't know. But still, like, how did they end up here so fast?
Oh. Estelle, honey, you scared the pants out of us, running away like that. We were at the Gransil Guild House trying to find you when the call came in.
Oh, okay, so she ran away and they were already looking for her. Alright.
We barely managed to catch a departing freighter out there. Sorry?
It's just as Sherazade said. I'm glad you're safe, Estelle. Now then, Father Kevin, was it? I appreciate you contacting us. You have my deepest thanks for letting us know where Estelle was. Nah, don't worry about it. My fault for butting into family matters, really. No, Estelle, the one who needs to apologize is me. It was nothing more than my ego talking when I told you to stay away from Ouroboros. I was simply forcing my opinion as a man and as your father onto you. Sherazade made the point, quite clear on our trip over.
Shara?
I sure did. Don't worry, Estelle. I'm completely behind you on this. In all honesty, I thought I'd prepare for this day for a long while. But losing him is worse than I could have ever imagined. Thus, if nothing else, I wanted to keep you from walking the path of thorns, which now lies before us. I couldn't bear the thought of you sharing Lena's fate, of you losing your life to protect someone else. But that is an insult, not just to you, but to your mother as well. I understand now, as terrifying as the possibility still seems to me.
Dad?
I'd be too busy with the work of rebuilding the military to act on my own. I fear that is exactly why they will act now. This time, I really won't be able to help you, Estelle. Are you sure this is what you want?
Yes. I know I still got a lot to learn, but I don't see any other way. So, I'll do it. I'll put a stop to whatever horrible thing this Ouroboros has planned, and I'll bring Joshua back home.
I see. Then there's nothing more to say. As a bracer, and as an independent woman, do as you see fit.
Dad.
Oh, they're hugging it out.
I...
Well, no. There's one more thing I must say.
Huh?
Estelle, I'm counting on you. Bring back Joshua. Bring back my damn fool of a son. Please.
Right. Piece of cake. I do it. I make sure we can all live in this house again. I will bring back Joshua, no matter what stands in my way.
Aw, that's so cute. cutscene. Wait, now the product starts? What did I just play? I'm a bit confused. Okay, anyway.